and gentlemen, good morning, aloha, and welcome back to my little piece of paradise that I call the Lonestar Hawaiian Garage. It is a beautiful weekend. I'm so excited to get started back again with the 2020 Trail Boss. We have a much needed modification going on today, but before that, if you guys had missed the last few videos, definitely go back and check those out. We created our own little, call it Midnight Edition Trail Boss. We blacked out the badges, make this thing look absolutely menacing, and on top of that, we did a full paint correction and graphene coating on this truck. We got a coating that's gonna last 7 years on this truck, and is the glossiest thing I have ever seen. So I'll put a link in the description below. Definitely go check that video out after this video, because today we are installing an aftermarket part from Lasfit. I have been working with Lasfit for the last 3 years. Every single one of my vehicles has been modified by some kind of Lasfit something or other. From the 2007 Silverado, which is my first partnership I did with Lasfit. Now we'll take a quick trip down memory lane in a little bit, but not only the 07 Silverado, but the old 2000 Mercedes there at the end of the driveway, which is now stuck in first gear for some reason. Yeah, this might be the end of the Mercedes, but it does have some really cool Lasfit overhead lights. On top of that, our 2016 SRT Charger, the 392 Hemi we used to have that's now sold, had Lasfit modifications as well. I absolutely love these LED lights. Finally, we are implementing the Lasfit modification into the 2020 Trail Boss. Now, when they updated this truck, they finally started implementing LED lights. Thank heavens, it's about freaking time. We have here in the front, obviously the LED lights and the LED daytime running lamps. These are a really cool touch. And because of the package, got the Convenience 2 package in this truck, which includes LED lights here in the mirror as well. So there's LEDs all over this truck, but either Chevy forgot about one last thing or just totally dropped the ball on it. The reverse lights and my license plate lights are old, traditional, ugly, old-fashioned halogens. Light output is horrible. When I'm reversing down my driveway, you can hardly see at all. And it's funny because the third brake light here at the top, they actually implemented LED lights here on the top. They have LED lights here in the bed, but in the back here, these are halogen, these are halogen. It's so ugly. Like, Chevy, come on. Now, before we get the Trail Boss pulled into Paradise Cove and start this modification, we actually do have to get a few things done today. I'm a normal guy. It is Saturday, and I worked a normal work week. I'm 50 to 60 hours during the week, so on the weekends, I actually do have to get stuff done outside of making videos. So we have two things to get done. One thing is actually selfish. We're going to update this wall right here, which has been much needed for a while. The second thing is yard-based. So we have some OG flags that are making an appearance here today. But if you are in a pinch for time and are just here for the Lasfit lights, skip to this point in the video. But if you can, stick around. It's going to be a fun one. Please join me in today's journey and let's get going. They are back, boys. They're back. The OG flags from the original Lonestar Hawaiian Garage are Kanaka Maoli and Lonestar Texas flag. They've been tucked away in this box for way too long, and finally they're making an appearance. In the center, we have our new logo, our brand, our whole idea, the Lonestar Hawaiian coat of arms, the logo here in the center, surrounded by the Kanaka Maoli and the Lonestar Texas flag. If you have no idea what this is all about or just confused, this brand, this channel is me. I come from a long line of Hawaiians. I come from the Naho'oleva and Kaʻanohi bloodlines, but I was born in Texas. I grew up in between this beautiful state of Texas and the islands of Hawaii, and we recently just moved back to here in the beautiful state of Texas. I'm so excited these are out, guys. This is gonna be sweet. Centered on my wall. It's been way too long. So anyways, that's part number one. Part number two is gonna allow us to start up this 2020 Trail Boss, take her for a spin because we need to make a Lowe's/Home Depot run. Yeah, dad life. Here we go. Man, this truck is truly a joy to drive. I love that thing. It's such a nice truck. Slightly jealous of my wife being able to drive that every day, but I'm gonna have something even cooler and even better coming here soon. Hopefully soon. Hopefully used car prices will drop back down, because right now supply and demand is not in my favor, and used car prices went sky high. So we're waiting probably a few more weeks to pull the trigger on what's gonna be replacing that SRT Charger, which is now gone. I'm so excited. Regardless, guys, we are on to, I guess, task number 2, which is my shop stool. So this shop stool is actually my grandfather. My kupuna gave me this when he passed away, along with his toolbox. So these two things are near and dear to my heart, but my kupuna was a little bit bigger of a brother. So the bearings are completely shot, and I think 3 of the wheels are completely bent, and that's understandable. So I picked up wheels. So we got some new wheels. We're gonna go ahead and pop these on my shop stool so I can actually use that dang thing. It's got wheels, but as always, I always get carried away with everything I do here. And sorry, don't mind Cletus. He's firing up Ruby right now. Yes, I'm a big fan of Cletus McFarland, by the way. Yes, that's one of my favorite channels. Okay, so what I'm actually gonna do is spray this in black. So I do like kind of the stainless finish, but because it's old, it's got a lot of rust spots. What we're gonna do is get some flat black and just hit it with flat black. I think this is gonna look a lot better with this casing flat black. And I really should have done this before I put the wheels on, but since the wheels on already, I just hit masking tape and wrapped it around. So that's all ready. I'm gonna hit it with some flat black, and this thing's gonna look absolutely primo. Boom! Look at this thing, guys. That looks so much better now. That's my secret to nearly everything, is to make something look better, just simply throw some paint on it. I will say it rolls exquisitely now. But we're finally onto the truck, guys. It's time to back this thing in here and start pulling out these tail lamps and those license plate lights. You'll see what I'm talking about here in just a minute, how ugly these halogens are. All right, guys, so you can see what I'm talking about is the truck is equipped with a lot of LED lights. Here in the rear, we have our cargo lamps on, and actually, if you turn the cargo lamps, I didn't even notice this. At the rear handle here, there's actually an LED light that shines downward to the tow hitch. So basically, if you're hooking up a trailer at night at the tow hitch, you have a light and your camera to be able to do that pretty effectively. Also, up here at the third brake light, we have 2 LED lights here up top. So LEDs. Turn around here to the bed, you actually have 2 LED lights inside the bed. So even at night, you can actually see what's in your bed. And I just hit my head on the top of the garage, which is great. So we have LEDs all over the place. But as you saw earlier, we have halogens here as reverse lights. It makes no sense at all. We all know that LEDs are a lot brighter, they're a lot more effective, and they look pretty dang cool as well. But this truck has halogens. So in addition to the reverse lights, we also have, so when you come down here, these ugly things are, yeah, that's hideous. You see what I'm talking about? Bright white light, LED, and halogen. I still don't understand, Shitty. Why in the world did you not just finish the freaking truck up with LEDs? But the good news is we were able to contact Lasfit, and Lasfit came in clutch with their latest backup lights. So the reverse lights, these are actually brighter than the ones that come on this truck. And these are the latest and greatest reverse lights. So go and check them out, guys. Lasfit.com. I'll have a link in the description for these products below. But before that, we also have these reverse lights to take care of. There we go, guys. We have our reverse lights, all new LED reverse lights. These are top notch. These are so well built. I love using Lasfit products. And then also our license plate lights as well. So I've used these before. I know they're incredibly bright. These, I'm really curious how they stack up against the OG Silverado over there. But let's go ahead and start with the license plate lights. We're gonna head down here and go up underneath. These are actually really easy to pull out and install. So you go up underneath. It's a traditional turn and pull out. And then I need to turn these off before they get too hot because I can pull that out of there. So that's one side. We'll do this other side just the same. There we go. There's light number 1. Old-fashioned halogen. You find the same bulb in the 1980 Monte Carlo. It's just ridiculous. So what we have going in that spot are these gorgeous Lasfit lighting bulbs. Here's our side-by-side, guys. We have the old-fashioned halogen bulb and the all-new Lasfit LED lighting license plate bulb. This is just, to be honest, comical. So goodbye 1970s, hello 2020. That gray piece right there is where the license plate light is. You're gonna take this, turn it counterclockwise, and then pull it straight out, pull the bulb out, put the Lasfit LED in. It's Stick it in there, turn it clockwise, and lock it back in place. So let's kick the lights off. Take a look at the difference. Stretch! Off. Boom. So we have the LED and we have the halogen. Wow. Look at that difference. And the fact that this truck is brand new, this isn't like a 10-year-old truck like, oh, look at these new LED lights. No, this is a brand new truck. On the inside, you have LEDs up top, you have LEDs back here, but the backup lights and license plate lights are all halogen. Oh yeah, that is a lot better. This one's gonna be the fun one. I believe you do actually have to pull the tail assembly out to get to the bulb, and I think it's just 2 screws. You are so spoiled. You're so spoiled. You know what's really cool about these trucks, guys? What? That's so sweet. Don't you dare jump. She tried to jump on the tailgate about a week ago and made it to about here and just hung off the tailgate, just with the legs kicking. It was hilarious. You are not an athlete. No, I see what you're doing. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. All right, so we got 2 Torx bolts. We're gonna pop those out. Tail lamp comes out. Yeah, let's do that quick. Guys, can I say just, I love my garage. I love this place, and it's so nice the fact that I actually get to work from home right now. So I work from my garage all day long. Now, one thing that, you know, could use some improvement is actually these perimeter lights. I thought it was gonna be an amazing idea to get lights around the perimeter of the garage, but it's a severe glare on your eyes and actually kind of hurts. So upcoming is going to be somewhat of a modification to make it even cooler, the illumination effect, but also not destroy my eyes all day long. Plus that TV sitting right there. Yeah, you can't really see the TV very well because of the lights behind it. We'll be taking care of it. Hate that sound! Ah! So these do press in, so you do have to kind of pull it with some violence. So basically, when you pull backwards, you have this little threaded bolt right here, but it's actually not threaded. It just sits in this rubber piece, and basically when you pull it, it's gonna pull out of the small rubber piece, and it's gripped because of these threads. So pull it with some thrust, but it shouldn't be too bad. In the middle right here, this is gonna be our reverse light. We're gonna pop that out. It's gonna be simple. It's just gonna turn, pull out. We're gonna pull out the ugly old halogen bulb and pop in our all new Lasfit LED. This is the T15 light, but link will be in the description below. Just go below and hit that link. Turn counterclockwise, pull it straight out, pull out the halogen. You tell me which one you think is better. Look at that. That is sweet. We're gonna check to make sure it's working before we install everything back. I need the remote. I got the remote. Oh yeah, that's working. All right guys, I would say that it is working. Holy crap. That hurts. Just for fun. Let's see if I can catch this. Look at this. Just lining up my entire garage. Goodness, that is bright. And I kind of know things that are bright. Note the 90,000 lumens illuminating my garage. Just like the way you pulled it out, I'm gonna stick that in, turn it clockwise, lock that in place, make sure it's nice and tight. Because again, there is a seal on there keeping any of the elements out of your housing. Back in this way. I don't know how violent we need to be. Getting this back in. Not violent at all, which is nice. Take your 2 Torx bits. Wow, this is easy. That in there. Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom.
All right, guys, you ready for this? Lasfit, ugly halogen. Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah. You must be blinded by the lights. We came to shine here.
Look at the difference, guys. I can probably just film like this with the lights illuminating my face because that is so freaking bright. You hit over here to the halogen side, it's not necessarily the case. And watch what happens when I cover up this LED. Those are brighter than the ones that are in my truck. Yes, my truck, this one. Guys, these look phenomenal. I'm not surprised. I'm just kind of pleased the fact that how freaking bright they are. Now, before we proceed to the passenger side, a quick trip down memory lane with my relationship with Lasfit. Nearly every one of my vehicles has been outfitted with a Lasfit modification, starting with the OG Silverado. Years ago, I needed a LED light for my cargo lamp up top, the third brake light, the white LED cargo lamp, and a red LED for the brake light. But what Lasfit has is an extremely white 5000K bulb. In addition, they had a red LED light. What that gave me was an extremely responsive and bright light up top. The cargo lamp was extremely functional when it came to seeing into my bed. So whether we're at the park, at the beach, whatever we were doing, you could definitely turn that on and enjoy your time in the bed of the truck. From there, I needed reverse lights. So I reached out to them again and got reverse lights for the truck. This was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I popped these reverse lights in, and it was a night and day difference, as you expect with halogen versus these high quality Lasfit lights. But I will tell you, 3 years down the road, absolutely no problems. They work as they did the day I installed them. Not one product from Lasfit that I have installed on any of my vehicles has had any problems at all. Next up was the Dodge Charger. The SRT Charger we had some ugly halogens for dome lights in addition to like the underside and the trunk light. So we swapped them out for Lasfit auto lighting LED lights, and it was extremely bright, almost too bright in that car. But regardless, that Dodge got some love. In addition, we went back to the Silverado, the dome lights. The dome lights in this truck and the Mercedes down the driveway have the Lasfit LED lighting as well. Look how bright the interior of my truck is. It's as if it's daylight out every time I pull my door open, and it looks extremely modern because of the color temperatures. That's why I keep going back to them for additional modifications, because I know they are great, reliable products. They last for a very long time, and it's hard to beat their performance. I've yet to see any light out there that I like better. So there you have it. Let's knock out this passenger side now and really light up this garage when we throw it in reverse.
You keep the change, keep the change. They hate and say we went and changed. I stay the same. You must be blinded by the lights. You must be blinded by the lights, lights. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now we high, high, high. Kaleidoscope of colors beaming from our eyes. Would've thought was LSD, LSD. Can't lose my mind like Kennedy, Kennedy. You see us cooking recipes, recipes. You hit the top, all you left with is the memories. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I am really excited about these lights, mostly because of this driveway. I have a relatively long driveway, but it's not very wide. So when you back up the driveway and with the old halogen lights backing up even with that high definition camera, it's really hard to see. So these LED lights are gonna be night and day difference when it comes to backing up this truck. We're gonna get it all the way in the garage, have absolutely no problem. And I won't be driving over my grass anymore. I need to stop doing that, especially after it rains. All right, so we're at the end of my driveway. This is my traditional turnaround. Throw it in reverse. Holy crap. Look at that. You can see all the way to my house. That is nuts. Very unexpected. I did not expect to see the Mercedes so clearly. That is epic. All right, so I can back up here. I had to get real close to the Mercedes again. The driveway is not very wide. Jeez, look at this. My goodness, that is tremendous. Look at this. That is crazy. Guys, I don't even need to turn my garage lights on. I can just stand right here and talk to y'all. On that bombshell, that's going to close it out, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in for this one. These Lasfit lights are phenomenal, and it's great because this is not going to cost you an arm or a leg. This is an easy modification you can do for a couple bucks. So it is an affiliate link below. So if you want to support your channel, be sure to go down, hit that link below and order from there. I do make a small commission off of it. So if you want to support the Lonestar Hawaiian Garage, get yourself a set of these LED lights. These are amazing. And with these trucks, the reverse lights, the license plate lights, you definitely need some love there. And no, this is not covering up for any particular reason other than it's just distracting when I'm looking at numbers on the license plate. But regardless, guys, thank you so much for tuning in for today's video. If you enjoyed this one, if you can go check out your Lasfit lights, be sure to smash that like button below. Helps the channel out tremendously. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, if you haven't joined the Lonestar Hawaiian family, I invite you to scroll down, hit that subscribe button. Be sure to turn on the notification bell as well. Last thing I'll say here quick as I'm squeezing past the trail boss is just thank you so much for all the support on the channel. Mahalo nui aloha for all the views on every single video. This is truly a passion of mine. I never thought imaginable being able to do things like this. So this is really a dream come true. And I cannot believe at the vehicle I'm looking to put into this garage bay. I never thought imaginable being able to attain a vehicle that I'm looking at. And it's gonna happen. I'm so excited. But I hope you guys are having a great weekend out there. I know I'm having a great time. But as always, we will see you in a few days for our next video. Until then, y'all take care and aloha.